Welcome, Chosen One.
What's up, Ace Holes? Welcome back to another Gwent video, and welcome to a new year. Happy New Year. 2020 has ended, 2021 has begun, and we're going to start off the new year by doing something that I, as well as many of you, have been waiting for me to do. Queensguard. That's right. Queensguard, or Arachas in this case, because they're gonna be causing some protection. They're gonna be providing some protection for Arachas in the form of armor from them being damaged. So, actually, I thought about this last night when I was putting this together. This would have been like a really cool effect for Ceres to gain armor, to gain protection from the Queensguard. Queensguard do their thing, they get damaged, they multiply, and then Ceres would gain more armor, more protection. The Queen would be more guarded. That would have actually been really, really cool. That would have been like a really cool thematic synergy. That's not just direct synergy, like gain one armor for each Queensguard, But of course, Arachas God. No matter what you want to call him, he has this effect, and hopefully we're gonna get some big armor on him so he can deal some damage. This is Queensguard Witchers, basically, because we have all the Bear Witcher bronzes as two of us. We have the location, we have Arachas, we even have Geralt Urton, he's a Witcher. So very Witcher-centric, because obviously Mentor and Quartermaster have very natural synergy with Queensguard, and then Bear Witcher is a very powerful card in its own right, but it also has synergy with the Mentor that we're already playing. Bear Witcher Adept, also just a good card in its own right, but if it's still damaged by the time you play Mentor, yet again it has synergy. So I decided, you know what? Throw in all the Bear Witcher bronzes. They're awesome. Location, really good. So if we do end up playing against Assimilate, they will have an artifact to Angulame away from me, but you know what? It's okay. We have Irden. We're gonna Irden them. That's the dream. So, let's see what else is new. Brockbar Hunter is now 5 for 4 on deploy that can bait out removal, and it can trigger Queensguard, or it can just gain points by pinging enemies. In a medium to long round, this card is worth it as a 4 provision card, and as a backup Queensguard trigger, it's pretty good. So Brockbar Hunter is definitely in. I think this is... this basically does what Sigvald did in my previous iterations, except Sigvald is not really worth his provision cost. And this costs 4 provisions less, half the cost. And the turn you play it, it's only worth 1 point less. Sigvald is 6. This is worth 5 immediately. This only pings every other turn because we're not going to be playing beasts. But again, it costs half of the provisions, so it's okay. We still have Herald Houndsnout. I have been struggling with some of the bronzes. I've been back and forth on a Neuromancy. Tried to fit in Svalbard Totem. Wasn't sure I wanted Irden. Wasn't sure if I needed Herald Houndsnout. I'm still not sure. But he is a good card. He is an extra Queensguard trigger that we can draw into. He demands removal. He provides other self-wound outlets, which can be good. And if we have like a Quartermaster on the board, and our opponent plays something that we can kill with like 4 or 6 damage, we can play Houndsnout and immediately use Quartermaster pings and or leader pings to deal some immediate damage. So that's like a benefit of going first. If we can set up a Quartermaster, our opponent plays an engine, we can kill it with Houndsnout basically, which is also very, very nice. Curse of Corruption and Heatwave. These are not just cards that I throw in here because, oh, they're good, you're gonna need them, tall unit removal, ugh. when I think of Queensguard, I think very similar to Revenants, where we have low to the ground units. Obviously, like Arnagod is 7, and Bear Witchers, if we heal them with the location, they're going to be 8. These can be 7, but that's, you know, all things considered, that's actually not very tall. So Curse of Corruption, we'll probably hit something. But we stay mostly low to the ground, right? And we can keep generating points on our side of the board through using order effects. So let's say, you know, I have a Queensguard, I have a Herald Houndsnout, my opponent plays an engine. Well, I can stunning blow that engine, as well as make up 3 points on my board using my order effects. So like, I'm really thinking a control deck, or at least semi-control. Because we can just trade evenly with, you know, control tools versus their engines and whatnot, but still generate value by using ongoing engines. That's how engines work. They generate value over time. So Curse of Corruption and Heatwave are definitely here by design. I mean, obviously, you know, if the meta really shifts and stuff like this becomes bad, of course, take it out. Like I said, Svalbard Totem is a consideration. You can even do Dire Bear. Like, if it's a boost heavy meta, you can do Dire Bear and Erden combo. It's pretty nice. You can do Covenant of Steel. Like, there are changes you can make, but for now I'm going to go with these. You may also have noticed one final thing. Shield Maidens are out. Ceres will now be exclusively used to spawn Queensguard. So we kind of lose out on either an early power play that thins our deck, or a late game finisher, and we just have more Queensguard. And to make up for that, you know, I cut one Phrase Blessing. This is kind of a clunky card in round 1 when we don't have res targets. Of course, usually we do, because people are very eager to kill my cards. But yeah, Ceres is now just a Queensguard spawner, just like way back in the day, back in early 2020, when I first started really playing this stuff. Svalbard, he's not really Queensguard, but he is Ursine Ritual, so we're going to jump into a few matches, hopefully have a good time. This current version has not been tested, so like, this is not a final edition. Like, this deck will probably be tweaked all throughout 2021. But I do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Okay, first match was a loss to Lippy. The deck actually performed pretty well. I did win round 1, but then, you know, there's not much you can do beyond that. This is probably V. Geralt Erden is nice, although I would like some tall unit removal for this round, right? Alright. Okay. I'll need the points, so I'm not really opposed to playing Ceres. And this is when it's normal hunger and he plays Maruna and gets the 50-50 stealing my Queensguard. Right? That's how this game works. You can't really convince me that that's not how this game works. Natural selection. Okay. Let's try this again. Does V play natural selection? Maybe. I mean, their bronzes are consumes and filler cards, right? What in the actual hell? What are you doing?
Gotcha. No, no, damn it!
Maybe the V decks have realized that their only weakness ever are engine decks with tall unit removal and Irton. No, this... Do they play Necker? I think they can play Necker.
What is it?
I'm a little bit confused. Still. It's not V. It's not V. Wow. Okay. Well, don't mind if I do. I'm kind of down for this. I'm less upset that you killed my Queensguard now, because you're playing cool cards. Nice. Is it a consume? I'm gonna hope that it's like a consume deck with Brand Warrior and hybrid and stuff like that. I'm gonna hope. I'm gonna be hopeful of this. And don't you dare prove me wrong. Is it time for the Kedic to kill that? It's kind of a commitment. It's pretty good though.
Double the coin.
Why not put it there, right? I could have waited. I could have used it on this to keep it damaged to play the mentor. Oh no, it still is. It still is. They've adapted. Well, that's nice. We got him out. Well, we know what it is. And I am honestly just going to do this. He got started real slow. Which is promising, because that means that there is definitely a limitation to how many V pullers he has in his hand. And now we're going into a long round, which is, you know, my forte. He's blown what I can only hope is his only removal. And I have Irton and Heatwave and maybe also Curse of Corruption. I don't hate this. I think I can mulligan this. I think I can probably just get better stuff, right? I mean, if we get Curse of Corruption as well, there's not going to be many of his V consumers left alive, or left boosted at least. We're gonna empty their stomachs pretty good. And Herald Houndstone may actually be a little bit counterintuitive, or counterproductive, rather, in this particular instance. He's still good, though. That's good. That's a lot of bronzes. Do I have golds left? I have the one that I want, and these are also good. Oh, I lost my location, of course. That makes sense. Do I need you? Need is a strong term. Oh, thank you. Godlike. So we just let him do his thing, right? I have Queensguard and I have hopefully 1 res. Unless he plays other bronze specials, which I can't imagine that he does. Maybe he has Elser's Thunder. Maybe we actually get screwed on this Triss. And he has removal for this. That'd be sad. Alright. Yeah, you do whatever you want to do. I planned for this. So we're gonna do this. I mean, if he can't, if he just has a full V hand and he can't interact with any of this, and I have Earthen Heatwave and Curse of Corruption, I think that maybe we're good. You're not supposed to eat that. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I really shouldn't have had these. That's my bad.
You're good. How can I help?
Here's what we do. He plays Thaw. I mean, I have 3 pinks. I have him and I have him. Like, I think I can actually sustain multiple Queensguards like this. I, of course, do have to make sure to not overswarm. That would be upsetting. That's gonna grab me.
This dance, you will never forget.
I think I would have rather had the other guy. But it's fine.
You're good. Real good.
Alright, I have to get rid of some of those skulls. I'm just gonna wait until I have more good targets. Yeah, I think Brock were Hunter just to take off some of these. I think I would have liked that. I think that would have been good. This is nice because that's something we can actually make damaged with the Bear Witcher. Okay, he's trying something different. Is this like an ethical V? It could be an ethical V. I know that's a thing. Okay. There are people trying out some ethical V decks. And this has to be that. Because we're over halfway through round 3 and he's played V once. Let's see, 8 and 6. Do I just do one of these now? I think so. Another reason this, I'm taking like a controlly approach with this is that, if we play just unit, we get too many units. And even when we're not playing unit, we're still kind of in trouble. Obviously, I am making it work. This one kind of annoys me though, because like I'm gonna make my Earthen worse no matter what I do. Also, I have way too many units. That's nice.
I'll cleave you in two.
I can make it work, but I think I have too many units. Just a tad. Yes, player V.
I long for freedom.
Talking about having too many of a good thing. Too many consumes, my boy. That's nice. Alright, just making my Erden better. Whilst, yes, making my mentor 1 point worse. Let's see. I have 7 here. We're up to 9 here. So if I do this and this, what did I say? 7?
Strength matters not if you lack skill to wield it.
I have 1 ping here to take out 1. It'll spawn the bear. But I have 1 ping here to take out the other one and fit in my Erden. Yeah. Let's see, you're boosted by 12 and 7. Well, you're boosted by a whole lot more. So... I will be taking out that melee row of yours. I don't know what type of V deck this is. I mean, you got it to 20. You know, despite playing it a lot less than... I think he noticed that my board was not too full for an Erden. Alright, but even if he'd gone more hardcore into the V, like, you saw what we had there. It would have worked. Of course, if he had put up more of a fight in round 1, but I did have a lot of points in round 1 too, so who knows? And if he had put up more of a fight in round 1, you know, with V stuff, he probably wouldn't have had 2 natural selections. Alright, this is lockdown, but we have taken some tips out of Lippy's playbook, and we have a lot of ways to trigger Queensguard without leader. In fact, in the first match against Lippy that I'm not going to show you because it's disgusting, I Queensguarded for an entirety of round 1, didn't use a single leader charge. That's how it goes. Of course, if we don't draw Queensguard, that's also an issue. Let's see, he's going to think we're Lippy. Really? 2 mentors? Really? The thing is, if he locks a Queensguard, we can't res it. So we gotta bait out the locks on other stuff. And that is like the best engine in his deck. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's just the best engine in his deck, so I will Stunning Blow that. Oh! That's how we're doing it. On blue coin too. On blue coin. I mean, he's thinking Lippy, right? So he's overcommitting because he knows how important round 1 would be to him against Lippy. What he doesn't know, though, is that I ain't no stinking Lippy. No, we can't go inside now. They have a masquerade ball inside. We gotta stay outside. In the cold. Eating the fish that you caught for us. Good boy.
Have I something in my teeth?
Catching that fish. And the thing is... I mean, the double mentor kind of sucks, because this could have been at least one playable card here. But we have a lot of stuff we're going to get to save if I just take a pass here. We've only gotten one lock out of him. He has 3, potentially 4 more. Which is insane. What's he gonna do? Push me? He probably could. He probably could push me quite hard. That's good. That's good. With no leader, that's actually very good. We can make that work. I'm not sure it's amazing, but we can definitely make it work. Res is decent. Irritant, I don't know. Let's try. Let's see what he's gonna lay down for us. We gotta get around these locks. Locks are scary because, again, if they kill my Queensguard, I can res it. If they lock it, it's just stuck there. It's crowding my board, adding nothing to it. 4 points, but...
Yes?
What? What is he gonna... Is that a dump? I really gotta know, is that a dump? Because I'm expecting a lock so much, I don't think saving a res for a Queensguard is that good. I think we should just get this guy going. He can help us out quite a bit. Quite a bit. He got something good, didn't he?
Things can get expensive around here.
He got Arnagod. Absolutely fantastic. Well, with stuff like this in his deck, he's bound to have less locks, hopefully. Not necessarily, he could just have less soldiers, which is also hilarious. Pansy. Well, I can deal with an Arnagod. I'd love it if he Joachimed out his Arnagod. That'd be great. No, just a pass. Okay. Well, we need all the pings we can get, so I'm just gonna commit this man. I don't like this. I don't like that he has Arnagod. I can't deal with him though. If I draw Heat Wave, I can deal with Defender and Arnagod. Of course, you're not Heat Wave. You're a master of shit. Now that's a Heat Wave. Now I don't know how he's exactly doing on the whole engines front. Okay, so he does play Thirsty Dames vanilla. I have some cards though. That, yep. I did kind of want that. That's one of the better ones. So I consider myself very lucky there. Okay. Which one would I rather have killed? I mean, he is more valuable.
You ought to see the other beast.
And these have more permanent spawns, so they take up more slots. Although I don't think I'm going to need all my slots for this one. Given the fact that I'm probably not even going to proc a single Queensguard. That's one lock. Let's see if he has another. I mean, could he still think I'm lippy? No, he's seen the Queensguard, so he knows I'm not lippy. But he knows I'm a Queensguard, so he knows I still need those pings. But the lowest cost card in your opponent's deck on top of it? Okay, so he just has nothing to interact with it. Or he could have Vilgefortz. Or Tibor. Tibor would be fine. Gives me a decent target for stuff. We have to try. I don't recognize this particular lockdown list. This is probably some personal tweaks which have gone into it, which is great. I heavily encourage that and support it. That's another lock. That's great. My Erden isn't gonna do shit. Because I don't think he's gonna have anything boosted. I can res a Queensguard, but I have very little space left on my row, so it's gonna be... I don't have many triggers left. I mean, if Herald sticks, I have all my triggers. You know, I have a trigger every turn if I want it, but... I don't know. Okay, that's a very weak Vanamar. That's promising. I like seeing that. That's fine. Let's see if we can at least get... Okay, he plays no bronze specials. Honestly, I could have gone for just a Bear Witcher next turn, but no, I'm still... I still have faith in Queensguard. This is my last attempt, though. If she dies, we don't have any more. But we've gotten so many locks out of him. Okay, it got Vincent Van Moorlam. And against a deck with 7 less provisions, like him trading like half the cost. And you know, 3 points. Yeah, no, that feels fine. That feels very fine to me. This Erden, though. Holy shit. Good. Well, for now. For now. I want to wait with this until I can actually kill something. Or no, wait, no, I have that. Okay, we just do that. We just do that.
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
This is definitely a tricky position to be in. And he has Arnagod. which is now active and will have 4 armor, my dude, so why not play it? Now is the time. There's going to be a lot of value in it for you. Yes, it's Adrenaline 4. That triggers now. It's nice. Take it. Do it. Come on. There he is. Sorry, Arnie.
You want to see a real sword?
I did want to see a real sword, but I wanted to see it on my side. I'm gonna wait with this until there's as many targets as possible that won't just die. Like, I'm gonna have to use this Yrden to heal, which kind of sucks because I already have this heal. I'm gonna heal too much. Really? You're gonna do that? You're gonna do me like that? Oh, I have very little here. So, oh, so very little.
Make it back to the keep by sundown or freeze.
11 points. And he's maybe out of poisons. I mean, he didn't keep 3 poisons, right? Okay. This is tricky. I mean, we're doing okay. Don't hit. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Just as long as we get value from it. And I am gonna have to Yrden myself. Or Heat Wave.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah, nice 3-point card, me. I don't like Yrden because of situations like this. Okay. But he got the good heal. Fuck you. Not him, but him. Just wanted to. Please don't have a game-winning play here. No. Good. Good. No Queensguard. And he oh, that's a nice end. That's like an arc. An arc. He ended up just milling the card that he gave me. That's funny. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, it's gonna be monsters again. It's gonna be Arachas Swarm though. Very interesting. Which means it's more control-y, so that's not so interesting. I think I want that blessing there. I don't think I want a stunning blow. I don't know if I want that either, but it's fine. Let's see if we can bait out some removal. Some natural selections, maybe? Well, that's one. And he had to tutor it. So actually, it's pretty promising. It's pretty promising. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play him a Queensguard. I'm sure he just has a power side and a heat wave that he doesn't want to commit on a 4 provision card, or maybe we just nailed it. Alright. It's very little point in holding on to all 5 pings, like it. It's very rare that you get to use all 5 in one round. So it's just not something you should go for. Just using one just to get the momentum going here, I think is perfectly fine.
Why don't train on the cone? I hate it.
I hate it. I'd hate it too if I were you. I actually think we want this. Like, no joke. If this is anything similar to the list that I saw on one of the meta snapshots in the honorable mentions section, the best section, if it's anything like that, I'm not saying it is that, but if it's anything like that, we want to kill the drones. What the actual hell? Okay. Why? Do I just decree for another one? That seems bad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Although, if I were to do that, it would be funny. I imagine we get a pass here, probably. Unless he has good cards, in which case, why would he? So yeah, I'm glad I killed off that one drone, because that would have been an extra point for him.
The windmill. The sticks spin around and smash you.
Boom. And... what is the mentor looking like? 8? Ah, they're both 8.
What are you gonna do, huh?
Nailed it. What are you gonna do, huh? So yeah, that was 6 points. You know, if you just kill this, it's more than 6 points. It just is. 7. Not only is it 7, next turn it'll be 10. Don't you wish you'd killed the potential 3-point per turn engine? Oh, well, I had armor and I have healing, so that actually works out pretty well for me. But are we committing Arna chat? I think we are.
You wanna see a real sword?
Honor God is a card that's kind of difficult to get value from later on. So especially when I go second, I think he's fine to spend. This is 8. That's pretty good. I could have used the leader charge. I could have healed. But I was just counting on his last card not being... either not just being 10 points, or not being worth spending. So, here we are. You know, I think Erden would have been okay, but not spectacular. I don't have a lot of... I don't have a lot of pings left coming in, so I may just do this now while I have a round length that actually works for my needs. Interesting. Don't know why. Don't know what, don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure this was correct. There we go. Revis. I'm just gonna do that. And we'll see. I mean, that was a 12, 16 point turn. Yeah. That's pretty big. It's pretty big in such a short time span. Mm-hmm. Just the damage one, going for the 6 damage. But it's not enough. If I had had another way to ping this, I would have gone for it. But can I even hope for more than a 5 on this heat wave? I'm not sure. It's a pretty good card just to keep it. He go down to 12, so he would need 8 points from hand. Ah, screw it. I know he can do it. I think that was worth it. I think trading that heat wave for that renew was worth it, because that renew still had this that it could have gotten next round. So, oh god, that's good. The rest of you piss off. Oh god. Oh, no. Why? Why? Again, I hate Erden. If that Erden had just been the damn Svalbard totem. I want to see his last card.
All that dancing around. It's not for me.
I was thinking maybe it would be something like that. Alright. GG. That was interesting. Yeah, just Svalbard Totem. I think that's what I want. I don't think I want Irden. I mean, it's a meta call. I mean, against that V player and against movement, sure, you want it. Right? But maybe maybe we have enough points. Maybe by using Curse of Corruption and Heat Wave in round 1 against V, we can win round 1 and then go into a long round 3. It's not going to be long enough, though. But maybe we have the points. I mean, we'd have to do some serious point calculations. Overall, though, I'm fairly satisfied. I mean, Irden is just that kind of card. Like, he can win you games, or he can be just a garbage card. Like, every match. not in the first one. But, like, in 2 out of 3 matches, garbage card. For 11 provisions, you know, that's not what you want. But, of course, again, he can win you games. He can just straight up win you games. But I just feel like, I don't know. Besides the hit or miss nature of Geralt Irden, and the fact that I never got to properly play Arnagon, which is, you know, whatever, I think the deck performed pretty well. I'm satisfied enough. And I hope you are too. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback, any tips on how to improve this, like I've been scared to cover Queensguard after the expansion just because I wanted to get it right, at least somewhat. And I've been struggling, and you know, like I've seen like Idaran. Idaran would help against, you know, stuff like V, stuff like movement. Instead of Irden, we could just go extra greedy. That could help, and that would be 3 less provisions and way less of a brick. Maybe that's the way to go? I'm not sure. I wanted to try it without Idaran just today. Because, you know, I couldn't fit it in, really. But I may have to. Let me know what you thought. And, yeah. Happy New Year. Hope this year turns out to be good for all of you. And for me, of course. And I hope to see you again soon. Maybe tomorrow. I hope. And until then, have a good one. Have a good year. Have a good day, week, night, evening. It could be so many things, but just whatever the thing is, I hope it's a good thing. A very, very good thing. Alright. I'm gonna go. This was fine. We're getting there.